Hello YouTube, this is Hailcun117 again, just to give you an update on the channel. It's been a while since I've uploaded anything. There is a reason. Obviously there's been a lot of stuff going on which I don't want to bore you about, but I'm back. There'll be a few more updates coming up soon, a few more battle reports, and planning on doing a codex review of obviously the codex that you see in front of you, the new Necron codex. Now when I say I do review, there's about 1 million of them probably already done, so I'm not going to bore you on my channel by doing a full codex review. I'm just going to do looking at the majority of the units. You know, some of the Satan powers, or Catan or Satan, however you pronounce it. Some of the powers, some of the new cards for the Necrons as well. And just going through a couple of the units. To be honest, I probably will go through all the units, but not in depth. Just giving you my view on the codex. I don't want to give a full, detailed overview of every single unit, of how the ballistic skill might have changed, or how the toughness might have changed, or anything like that. And I will be more than likely skipping units that I don't plan on putting in my force. So it'll be kind of like a half review, so to speak, but it'll be my opinions on it. Just on the back of the Necron Codex, I thought I might as well lead it on to just an update of how my current Necron force is going along. So just before that, I do show you some of the models. I do have a lot more that are pretty much all fixed up. But I don't want to really. I might show you one. Well, to be honest, I'll probably show you one unit that I've got that's got no undercoat on it. But I don't want to show you like everything, because I don't really like. You know, there's nothing really to show off. You know, oh, have a look at this unpainted model. No, no thanks. That's not what I'm here to do for you. So I'll show you a couple of bits and bobs that I've been getting. So I'll start for small and work my way up. So. I have a lot of these guys, which I'm about to show you. Now, obviously the first one is the Scarabs. Everyone will recognise Scarabs, even people who've never played Necrons. If you don't know what Scarabs are, for an opponent's view, playing against them, just a bit of advice, stay away. In the Codex-wise, they're quite good, but that's the scheme, the pain scheme that I'm pretty much going for the majority of the army. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's a bit boring, but bear in mind these are Scarabs, so, you know, a little green tint on there, and I wanted them all to be silvery and a bit of a rust effect. Now, you can't really tell a lot on the Scarabs because they are such a small thing. Now, this base is actually a resin base. Now, I've got a couple of resin bases in my force, but it was going to be far too expensive to do the whole army. Now, call me cheap, whatever, but I'd much rather make the rest of the bases look adequate and put the additional funds that I would waste, well, not waste, but spend on resin bases into funding this force and the new force that I'll be planning on doing soon. That's not a hint, I haven't actually picked a force yet. Yous will be the first to know when things like that happen, so that's the Scarab unit. The next things that I got was, these guys are painted all the way, apart from one that literally just needs his base doing, and that's the Canoptex Spiders. At the moment in the force, I've got two, so there's one, and there's the completed one with the completed base. Now these are on the rotational, the ball socket pin joint things just underneath here. I might as well pick them and show you, to be honest. Them joints under there. Now, I've left them free so that the spiders I can adjust them and make them look good. In game, they're not bad, because the joints occasionally they'll fall off. It just takes a few seconds. You can always put blue tack in, but obviously the Scarabs are to go with them. I do plan on getting a third, and not to go too much into the Codex again, but 3 of them are one heavy support choice, so you can tell that I'm wanting to get another one. So that's them units painted. Pretty much, like I say, just this guy's base to do, and then that's them, and then I'll be getting one more. Next is I have same again. It's just the base to complete on this, but I've got a overlord on a catacomb command barge. I'll just pan that camera up slightly there for you, just so you can see him a bit. Now it is dark where I am. Don't get a lot of good light here, to be honest, but that should hopefully be rectified once I get my daylight lamp, so just bear with us. The light isn't amazing, but there's Catacomb Command Barge. He's finished. I've just got, like I say, the base done, so, and I've equipped him with the Gauze cannon underneath. Quite enjoyed painting this, to be honest, with the glyphs and stuff like that. I've just put transfers on the back, which I need to go over with a wash, just so it takes away that shine. So it's just last minute touches on these guys. So that's the Catacomb Command Barge. He's been fairly good in battles. I like him as my second in command at the moment. But the way that the Codex has changed, it could potentially, might not see him as often in the games. There's a reason why. But I'll not go into it in this video. The other thing that I painted, I really enjoyed painting this. It was a pain in the backside to paint, and it was an absolute nightmare to construct. And you Necron players are probably going to guess straight away before I even show it. Once I say that it was a nightmare to construct, and it's the Ghost Ark. I really did enjoy painting it. Yes, it was a pain. It was a pain to construct and a pain to paint. I did paint it in separate. I basically painted all of these spines separate before I glued them on, and all the Necron warriors. But I'll just give you a quick little pan around, just so you can actually see. The guns, I haven't magnetised them now. Looking back, I kind of wish I did. So the flare array, that I should have magnetised them into here somehow, just so that we could flick up into it. I've seen people do it. But to be honest, the way that I transport my army, it's not really going to get damaged, and if it does, it shouldn't really damage it too bad. So that's the front. His base is done, and then obviously the guy at the back, and just the engines. A couple of little glyphs on the back as well. But yet again, last minute stuff, just a couple more washes just done on that. Like I say, the light isn't amazing where I live, so I do apologise. You can normally see them better during the day. It isn't like midnight or anything, just a few hundred. So that's the Catacomb Command Barge, the Ghost Ark, sorry. The last thing that I've painted is the most recent thing, sorry, is the Night Scythe. Now the Night Scythe, thoroughly enjoyed putting this guy together. Just put some crystals on the base. Just get a closer view in there for you. Thoroughly enjoyed painting this. Really easy model to put together. Really easy to paint for the scheme that I do anyway. I've seen a lot more complex things. I'll just show you the underpart for the portal. But yeah, it was very enjoyable to make. It's been quite effective in games as well. I do plan on getting another one. Painted I wanted to add like the nice like green effects. There's the Test of Destructors on the side. So that's that one. That's everything painted wise. I've got warriors as well. They are actually painted in the same basic scheme all over, to be honest. In my previous update video, I did show a sneak peek of that. So that's what the rest of the army is going to look like. Now, the force that I'm going to go for, the way that I'm wanting the Necrons to be is pretty much what I think a lot of other people are going to start doing now, especially with the new Codex, the way that the Codex has gone. There's a new kind of formation where you can do it, which is called the Decurion. Now, I'll not go into it. I'll go into that when I do the Codex review. The Decurion is just a different way that you can form your Necron force. You can still do it the normal way. You can still do it through your Battle Forged or your Unbound or your Combined Arms detachments and things like that. But I wanted my force to have a lot of warriors. I've got 40 plus warriors anyway. I think it's close to 50. Now, not all 50 will be getting used, because I got some free when I ordered. I think it was the Monolith. I got some free off eBay, so I fixed them up. And you never know, you might always need some. There's nothing wrong with having loads of warriors, and they are good to swarm the enemy. Not like Tyranids, they're not as quick, but it's nice to have that big unit of say 20 warriors walking up, harassing your enemy, getting shot, and especially with the reanimation protocols, just getting back up. You won't always get back up, but it's a bit annoying when an enemy tries to take out, say, even a 10-man squad, and say it takes out 3 and maybe 2 of them get back up. They fail to take them out. So I wanted to focus on troops. So I've got obviously the Catcoon Command Barge, the Ghost Ark, to transport some of them. So that'll be 10. They can no longer have anything else bar warriors, which is a bit of a shame. And obviously the Night Scythe to be able to transport other people. I do have Lich Guard as well. Now they aren't painted, which is why I'm not showing them. You've probably seen them in my battle reports. Now I haven't actually glued the shields to them, because I want to get all the detail behind the shield as well, just before I actually glue them on. Shouldn't take too long. I think I might actually work on them next. Now, Lich Guard are probably going to get seen a lot more often, because they got a really good. They got quite a good points reduction, and their dispersion shields, they no longer reflect anything, but they've got a 3+ invulnerable save. So I can see people using them quite a lot. So they were in my army before the new Codex came out anyway. Cryptex, people are going to be using them, but they are HQ choice now, so they'll obviously take up that. They're going to get used. I've got a Cryptech, but one of the newest units, not new as in model-wise, just new for my army that I've been getting. And you Necron players that have read the Codex and know what's going to be happening, you'll know why I've chose these as well. I'll show you one. Like I say, it is unpainted, totally unpainted. Is the Tomb Blades. Now I'll just show one. I do actually own 6. My wife bought us one, which I thought was awesome. Now it is glued, it's not magnetised. Now the reason why is because, magnetising, I do it. I just, to be honest, couldn't really be arsed. But the weapons options wise, I preferred. It was a toss up between the Gauze Blasters, which is what these guys have all got, and the Particle Beamers. I think it's the Beamers. Where it's the blast weapon. Now it was a toss up between that, but then I thought, well, the changes to Gauze rules, it's a slight change, and I like Gauze. I just thought it would be nice to just keep it as that. So that's the Tomb Blade. I've got 6 of them, like I say. But yeah, the Gauze rules, pretty similar in some respects. You're still auto glancing on 6s, but you're also auto wound on 6s as well. Tomb Blades are going to be seen quite a lot because of that Decurion formation I was talking about earlier. You need to take them as part of the thing, but I also wanted to add some speed to the force, just mainly for objective grabbing or line breaker, or just an interception unit. Yeah, they're not as quick as Eldar jet bikes or anything like that, or Dark Eldar. But they're still a jet bike, so they can still turbo boost your 24 inches. And I just think that's going to be good. Even just harass the enemy. They're not particularly really tough. What makes them a little bit more resilient is they've got toughness 5, bog standard, and they've got reanimation protocols. There's a couple of more upgrades you can give them, but like I said, I'll go over that in the Codex review. Right, that's pretty much it for Necrons. The last battle report I uploaded was a while back, and it was against Graham's Space Wolves. Now, contrary to that battle report, when I said that we'll be seeing these armies again, Graham's love of the space puppies didn't go down well. They've been neutered, so he's actually getting rid of his Space Wolves. So Space Wolves may still feature on the channel at some point, but it won't be Graham's army. He just didn't take to them very well. Obviously, that's his decision. Obviously, Necrons, I'm absolutely loving them. Love the Codex. Love the fluff behind them. Really like the models, and especially because me other forces Eldar, I think it's really cool in some respects to have 2 arch armies as my armies, which a lot of people do. Now, Graham has he's been struggling recently, coming up with what he wants to do in respect to army wise. Now, his Ultramarines have gone through a little bit of a revamp, so we'll get a battle report arranged for that. He's added some stuff and changed stuff around. Just, land speeders are in his army, for example. I don't want to give you everything. The new force that he's just starting in his infancy, and it's looking really nice as well, paint-wise, is he's decided to do Tyranids. Now, a lot of you might go, oh, Tyranids. Everybody's jumping on the Tyranid bandwagon recently. Yeah, that may be true, but it always happens when something comes in. Like drop pods for Space Marines, everyone jumped on that. Wave Serpents spams, a lot of people jumped on that. Not everybody, but a lot of people did. But Graham's always he's always been an Imperial person at heart, and I think it's really cool that he's got an Eldar force, but it's really cool for him to totally jump the spectrum and go from staunch vanilla Marines to the absolute opposite and have this relentless, beastie, Tyranid alien army. So I'm looking forward to setting up some battle reports with Graham's Tyranids. Now, just on the back of that, for battle reports and Tyranids, the last battle report to be uploaded, which will be uploaded in the next couple of weeks, probably about 2 or 3 weeks. I have just started a new job, so just bear with us a little bit longer. Probably about 2 or 3 weeks, to be honest. Is me Eldar Force versus Philip's Tyranids. It was a really good battle, but obviously I don't want to let you in on anything. Really good battle, but that'll get uploaded in the next couple of weeks. But we will be rearranging another game against Graham's Tyranids when they're all up and done. We'll also be having the Necrons, of course, again. So apart from that, the only other thing really is a battle report that I'm trying to arrange, where I'm going to do a scenario-based report, basically around the scene from Starship Troopers. If you've ever seen Starship Troopers, you'll probably guess what I'm going to say. The outpost scene, where the Starship Troopers themselves are surrounded by the Arachnids. I'm basically trying to do something that not exactly copies it, but that fits within the 40k universe. Obviously, it's going to involve Tyranids and a army. I don't know whether it's going to be Imperial or Xeno yet. Just basically holding off. Come up with some custom rules, so looking forward to doing that. So I'm hoping as well to get some battle reports up and running with against some Dark Eldar. Get some more Tau in there as well. And that's basically it, to be honest. No new forces to report on at the moment, but stay tuned, because there will be a third army starting. Probably, well, just watch this space. So just like to thank everybody for bearing with us, watching the channel, and just have a look on there for battle reports. Obviously the last update, you can watch it if you want, but it's obviously out of date. Keep an eye out for the Necron Codex review and battle reports that's going to be involved in the Necrons. So thank you, YouTube, and tune in next time.